Hello, it's October. Hello, Right Side Trader here. It's October 11th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. It's all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, we're supposed to be looking at QQQ. Let's go ahead and resize these charts. Oh, I didn't resize. I thought I had. Oh, that's right, I switched. Yeah. Again, you take a week off, things get all out of sync. But I'm back. Let me move this over a little bit. All right, on this quarterly chart, what we see here is a red quarter starting off here. It's only the first couple of weeks into the quarter, and we do have a bearish Harami in the right location at the top, but it's just the beginning of the quarter. It's got a whole lot of time left to see what's going to happen here. But this is how we are starting off. At least we do have a new high already this quarter. That's the one good thing we can say. But this thing has turned over on us, and we'll see the details of that as we get down in the lower time frames. And let's go ahead and go down to that monthly time frame and see what we see there. On this monthly time frame, what we see here is another bearish Harami. But again, we're early into the month. We're still above the 9-10 moving average. This is this line right here. So again, technically, we are still in a bull market, but we got a bearish pattern on a high time frame. So based on your trading plans, your trading strategy, trade accordingly. Pay attention to what's going on here. All right, but let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart and see what we see there on this weekly chart. Zoom in here. And what do we see? We see another bearish pattern. That's a bearish engulfing on a weekly time frame. So again, this is the time frame where I really start paying attention. Is where we get this come next week, where we get this confirmation candle. If we get this confirmation candle, then I would say look out, look out, look out. Right now, I'll say just be cautious, pay attention to your trading plans, your trading strategies, and trade accordingly. But that's all we can say right now, because let's go down to the daily time frame and we'll see what caused all this on the charts. Again, not actually in the market and out in the news what caused this, but what we see happening on the charts. It was a one-day event, one-day announcement that was made, and the bids decided to pull out, and you end up getting this market dropping all the way down like it did, as you can see here. This market dropped down here below a support 2 level, and I'll go down to an hourly time frame just so you can see how far it bounced and see what's happening here even after hours on this particular index. But as we can see, you did have some warnings, and let me just zoom in a little bit. Again, normally in our uptrend, we get a red day and some green days. We got a couple of red days here. That's an update. But as you can see, pay attention to what's going on in the market. All these red days. Then you got this fake out, breakout, green candle right here. Then the following day, it couldn't break the top. It couldn't close higher. It couldn't get a back-to-back green day like we normally get in your uptrend. Even small back-to-back green days in your uptrend. Warning, 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 warning. Somebody knew something, that's all I can say. But this is the thing. When you get used to watching the market, you know when to sit on your hands, go for a bike ride, take your swim, take your run, but you just stand to the sidelines and just watch. And that's what I did this week. I took one trade, I believe, and that was it. Because again, based on what you're seeing, it's kind of warning, we wondering what's going to happen. And it was on this red day that I actually took the trade, and I carried it overnight is what I did, and caught a lot of that green day, and I closed it because, again, I was still, things wasn't right, and that's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. Again, I said I was going to show one other thing here. Let me go ahead and do that right quick. While I'm not too over concerned, again, warning, 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 but what we see here, if you go down, still you're always going down to a lower time frame. What I see here is this thing. After hours, it did continue to drop, but at a point it did reverse. But always when I see this type of reversal in my on my intraday type trading and my intraday type stuff, and wondering, okay, should I be going along? I got almost a confirmation candle here, and but this could be just profit taking, and this thing can continue to the downside. So be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. And when the market has dropped like sold off like this, even though you've gotten a reversal, you got a reversal in the right place, taking that trade, coming off of a support 3 level, that would have been a good short trade, the normal trades that I normally do. But now looking at the big picture and expecting this thing to reverse all the way back up, don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. The big money know if they back in there and going to support this thing back to the upside. But the rest of us don't know. We don't know. Be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I can say. This is Rice the Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.